Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to talk about the Delta Kayaks Elevate Retrofit Kit. I've gotten the name wrong like 7,000 times in 5,000 takes. It's incredible. But we're going to talk about that and how it installs and how it affects the paddle. Let's go. Okay, I have now used this on 2 trips. I took it to Assateague with me, and then I did a paddle with it the other day, and I'm really liking this thing. So, for clarity, they sent it to me almost unsolicited. We were talking, they sent me a box of like cool stuff. I got a sticker. I got a water bottle, super nice. But they also included this Elevate Retrofit Kit. But as always, I'm gonna speak my mind. This is what I think about this product. So, as I said, I installed it. What it does is it goes between the seat base and the seat pad, and it lifts that seat pad higher, taking up space between your thighs and the thigh braces. So something that I do in all my kayaks is I add padding inside the cockpit to make the boat fit me better. The Delta 17 that I'm paddling now came with foam in the thigh braces. I removed it and put in thicker foam. I am a smaller guy. I have relatively, I have strong thighs, but they're not that huge. And so I like a good fit between me and the boat. And that's something that I do with all my boats. Here, check this out. This is all like foam and stuff that I keep on hand to customize cockpits. So I think that's a super important thing. I think this is a really great step. Okay, we are going to install the Delta Kayaks Elevate Retrofit Contour Seat System. So this retrofits the seat so you can raise and lower the front section of the seat. Looks pretty straightforward. I have, of course, one problem already, which is that I already retrofitted my seat and added foam blocks, and in the process of installing those, my seat is not removable or adjustable. So I'm just gonna have to break that seal, re-glue. Shouldn't be an issue, but let's get started. Great opportunity to clean under your seat. This line is discoloration. That's what it looked like when I got it. This is what it looks like now from the sun, from UV. Under there, it's whiter because it doesn't get as much sun in there. That is interesting. I did not realize it was that bad. Terminally dirty, terminally wet. So I was concerned about getting this in the right place, and I'm realizing that this groove aligns with this groove, and that's how you know where it goes. And now I've got to drill 1, 2, 3 holes in each, and use the fasteners to hold them in place. Okay. So as I said, I paddled with it a couple times. The first time, the Elevate kit has 3 different settings for how much height it adds to the seat pad. The first time I went, I had it in the first setting. And so far, I'm really liking this. I've only paddled with it a couple times, so we'll see how it feels as we go on. And was like, this is good, but it could be a little bit higher. The second time I used it, I raised it up to the middle setting and paddled with it there. And I think that's where it's gonna live. I might try and make one more adjustment, but I think that's where it's gonna live. So the Elevate kit raises the area directly under your thighs. A long time ago, well, this year, I guess, I talked about being locked into the boat. A lot of people got upset that I used the term locked in because it implies that people are going to get stuck and drown, which is not what I mean. What I mean is that when you move your body, the boat moves with you. And I've done things to my boat to make that a little bit better in terms of contact between me and the boat. The Elevate system just helps with that by raising where my thighs are, making it easier, requiring less effort for me to be in that position. And I did notice a few months ago that when I was locked into that boat, this boat, that there was definitely a gap between the bottom of my thigh and the seat itself from the boat. That gap is now gone, and I really like that. Elevate seat kit, super nice. Totally digging it, leaving it in. Yeah, that's a positive add-on. You do have to drill some holes in the seat base in the boat. I feel like that's a rite of passage in the kayaking world, is that you have to be comfortable modifying your boat. And at some point, you're going to drill a hole in your boat. I think this is a great sort of first step into modifications because you're only drilling holes into the seat bottom, not the hull itself, which can be super scary. So, yeah, I think it's a good first step in terms of modification. Really am enjoying that. So thanks, Delta, for sending that to me. I won't be sending it back. You didn't want it back, I know, but I won't be sending it back. So if you're looking to improve the fit of your Delta kayak, I think this is a great way to go. At $49.95 US and I think $59.95 Canadian, well worth it. Relatively easy installation, totally worth it. Check this thing out, super cool. All right, I'll see you on the water. Let's go in and see. Yeah, if it goes, it'll go in and cut to the left and then back to the right.